Okay, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وعن أبي موسى قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم مثل القلب كريشة بأرض فلاة يقلبها الرياح ظهرا لبطن رواه Ahmad. So yeah, okay, so that's on a basic level what the hadith is saying that that if you got a feather is normally something which is very, very light, or maybe not even a full feather. Sometimes you see on the feather you get this portion. It's just like fine hairs that come from the feather. Now imagine that in the open field, how the wind will be playing with it. Now it's on his back, now it's in the stomach, now it's taking here. So the movement, in simple terms, the movement of the feather in the open field is likened to the heart. That Allah Ta'ala can change your heart any minute, any time. That is why you say qalb. Qalb comes from qallaba yuqallibu qalbun, as means to change. So the heart can change. So like I was telling you, from this hadith here, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is showing us the condition of the heart of human beings. Sometimes it can go from good to bad. Sometimes it can go from good to bad. Sometimes from bad to good. Like how you got this feather in the open field, how the wind plays with it. So sometimes a person can become susceptible to his desires. So there's three things that can control a person. One is his desires. Inna nafsa la ammaratum bisu'i illa ma rahima rabbi. Sometimes he can be good, but he can become a victim of his desires. Sometimes he can become a victim of the waswasa of shaitan. I told you, الشيطان جاثم على قلب ابن آدم إن ذكر خنس وإذا غفل وسوس. So sometimes he is a victim of the waswas of shaitan. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك من وسواس الخناس. Sometimes he is a victim of his own khatarat, the thoughts that passes through his mind. So what the hadith is saying on a basic level is that you as a human being, you can never become complacent. You can never become proud. You can never become arrogant. Sheikh, you can phone Ismail and see where is he also. And Umay's father. You can never become proud. You can never become arrogant because your heart, you can never look down at another person because your heart can change in a split second. And all of this is subject to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna qulub an-nas bayna isba'un min isba'ayni min asabi ar-Rahman. And the link of this hadith with the chapter Taqdeer is that everything is in the control of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nothing is beyond and out of the control of Allah ta'ala. So you have to be vigilant of this all the time. Right? Interesting hadith. In fact, this hadith here, it relates to Qadr and it relates to Iman. وعن علي قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, narrating the authority of the Ali radiallahu ta'ala, he said that Rasul said, لا يؤمن عبد حتى يؤمن, that a person will not be a complete believer حتى يؤمن بأربعين, until he believes in four things. Now look here. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله, that he bear witness that there is no God besides Allah. وأني رسول الله, and that Rasulullah sallallahu, that me Muhammad, I am the Rasul of Allah. So yeah, I told you several times, you get this perennials, those people who believe all religions lead to God. Then you get those people that says, إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا والصابئون والنصارى. Even if you're a Jew, you're a Christian, good enough, you are good, you are go to Jannah. But here we see from the hadith and from certain ayat also in the Quran, it's quite clear. There are open, explicit verses in the Quran also this explicit that you have to believe in Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. La yasmu ahad bi illa la yu'minu bihi. Right? So the Muslims said that nobody will heard about me, he has to believe in me. So that's quite clear. So just believing in a God or being a Jew or being Christian is not sufficient for your najat ukhrawi. So no matter how good a person, can follow his mom also, Sheikh, no matter how good a person, no matter if he can be championing the Palestinian cause, he could be an anti-apartheid icon like Mandela, whatever, but the main thing is you have to. لا يؤمن عبد حتى يؤمن بأربع Yes, yashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anni rasulullah, and I'm the, so there's no compromise with that. Because many people say, now look at this person, you are such a good person. You're telling me you're going to go to the fire of Jahannam? How that? If you accept the Quran and the Hadith, then you have to accept that there's no najat without this. There's no salvation without this. And the Hadith and the Quran is emphatic, right? Right. وَأَنِّي رَسُولٌ بَعَثَنِي بِالْحَقِّ, that he sent me with the truth. وَيُؤْمِنُ بِالْمَوْتِ, and he must believe that every living thing will get death. As a, you will leave this dunya. Technically speaking, if you look at the human soul, after it's created, it's not our belief. We're going to discuss this. You're going to do this also in Aqidat al-Tahawiyah. You are immortal after. You're not going to die. Yes, in this dunya, you are mortal, to so to say, that your soul will be extracted from your body. But that's not the end of your soul. That is not the end of your soul. That is the beginning of a bigger and more important journey. You got وَمِن وَرَائِهِمْ بَرْزَخٌ إِلَى يَوْمِ يُبْعَثُونَ. You got وَالْبَعْثِ بَعْدَ الْمَوْتِ. So you have to believe that you're going to die. And وَالْبَعْثِ, and then you're going to be resurrected one day. You're going to stand in front of Allah Ta'ala. وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ. And for that person who fears that he will stand in front of Allah Ta'ala and he stops himself from committing wrong. So وَالْبَعْثِ بَعْدَ الْمَوْتِ وَيُؤْمِنُ بِالْقَدْرِ, and he believe in the taqdeer of Allah Ta'ala, that you as mankind, you are not the master of your own destiny. You're not the master of your own fate. Everything subject to Allah Ta'ala. How Tirmidhi wa Ibn Majah. The riwayat appears in Tirmidhi and Ibn Majah. So just look here. I want you to see here. Look here. See here. One is Shahadatu Billah is one. Shahadatu Bil Rasul is two. Right? Iman Bil Maut is three. Bil Maut in Ba'as is three. And so we're saying there, وَأَنِّي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ بَعَثَنِي بِالْحَقِّ. And the other one, third one is, he sent me with the truth, right? So yeah, in the Sharih say, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam joining Qadr with Shahadat. Now, when things are joined together, it shows equal importance. When things are joined together, it shows they are of equal importance. So we know Shahadat is the most important. Like how he said, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ. He said, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَغْفِرُ أَن يُشْرَكَ وَيَغْفِرُ. Was it other verse we done yesterday about قل أتلوا ما حرم عليكم ألا تشركوا بالله شيئا وبالوالدين إحسانا. Come, let me tell you what is really wrong. قل أتلوا عليكم ما حرم عليكم ألا تشركوا بشيئا وبالوالدين إحسانا. That you must do good with your parents, right? So when things are joined together, it shows, and they're put together, it shows they are of the same nature. So now that Iman is so important, it means like to believe in the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to believe in the Risalat is so important. And joined with this is to believe in Qadr, that Allah Ta'ala is complete control. Allah Ta'ala knows exactly what will happen. We're not making nafi of kasb here. It's not possible that Iman in Shahadat is necessary, or that a person, he accepts the Shahadat, but he does not accept Taqdeer. So, like how Iman is established with the Shahadat, like that, Iman in Taqdeer is also necessary. Because remember, we told you, التصديق بجميع ما جاء به النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, to believe in everything which is authentically brought by Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم, whether it is in the Quran or whether it's in the authentic Hadith. And from amongst the things that Nabi sallallahu brought is also Taqdeer. So it is necessary. So you cannot leave any of that out, right? So if a person, like how we say, and if a person have the correct Shahadat, but he doesn't do A'mal, then he will still go to Jannah, etc., right? Because the Amal is not part of your Iman. But he doesn't, those things that relate to belief, they form part of your Iman. Because when you accept Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam as the final prophet, you have to, if you accept you are sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept that you have come with a message, then I have to accept that message that you brought. So how can I reject part? I accept you the prophet of Allah ta'ala, but I don't accept this, that there's Taqdeer. So you're not accepting. So when you're not accepting part of the message, you are effectively not accepting the messenger, you understood? So you have to understand that this is different to the Amal. This is different to not practicing on any aspect of Sharia, because when you don't practice on any aspect of Sharia, then you start accepting it. But here you're not, when you deny something which is categorically proven, that means you're denying that this person is a messenger of Allah Ta'ala. You understood that? Then the next Iman bil Maut, that we have to accept kullu man alayha fan wa yabqa wajhu rabbika dhul jalali wal ikram, right? That this dunya is fani. Everything in this dunya, it is temporal, right? Is arzi. For every ruh, everything that has a ruh in the conventional sense, like how we say ruh, whether it is human being or whether it's the animal. Remember, we also believe animals have ruh, right? Maybe their ruh is not as perceptive, it's not highly developed as human beings' ruh, but we also believe all animals, all living beings have ruh, right? So all of them, a time will come when their ruh will be separated from their body, and this is in the hands of Allah Ta'ala. Even those, many times you say this person was sick or this person died in an accident or whatever, but ultimately all of this is in the hands of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. So I was telling you, you must count there. If you count, there's 5 things there. But the simple answer is that, if you look at Shahadatu Allah ilaha wa anni rasul as separate, but if you look at it as together, then it's 4 things. There is no problem, right? And then wal ba'thi ba'da al-maut. This is also an integral part of our iman, which has been proven conclusively from the Quran and Hadith. The Qiyamah will come, and you will have to give accountability for every small thing. And our belief is also that you will be resurrected with your physical body. So it's not going to be something spiritual or something abstract. And if you are successful on this day, then you inshallah will go to Jannah. And if you are unsuccessful, you will go to Jahannam. So this is a very, very important day in the life of a human being, not in the day of a Muslim. So basically your life is in preparation for that day. Your whole life is in preparation for that day. Whatever good you're doing is so that you can be successful, so you can load your scales on that day. And you encouraging other people to do good also is in preparation for that day. That they must be ready on that day. So that is the main day which will be the criterion of eternal success and eternal failure. If you are successful, if you are failure in this dunya, you are successful in this dunya, but you fail on that day, then you are right. Then the part is relevant here. وَيُؤْمِنُوا بِاللَّهِ, right? Believe in Allah. Then they say, so يُؤْمِنُوا بِاللَّهِ, Iman bil Qadr is brought with that. Here is saying to believe that everything happens in the world with the permission of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And it happens it's all within the plan of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. This is one of the greatest consolations for a believer. That when anything adverse affects him, then he resigns it to the will of Allah Ta'ala. Now, if you do not believe in Tadbir, if you believe, as I say, man is the master of his own destiny, and that whatever he decides happens. So every time something negative or something adverse happens, what do you say? Oh, if I only done this, if I only did, if only we never go there, or if I never say this, if only this, then this wouldn't happen. But when you say that no, this is the will of Allah Ta'ala, for a believer, as opposed to a kafir or a munkirin, takdir, etc., they will always be gripped by sadness and depression because they believe they are the masters of their own destiny. These are the hadith. Okay, the relevance of this is obviously to the hadith, to the Bible is quite obvious. That as believers, we believe and accept everything is part of Allah Ta'ala's plan. Everything happens with the permission of Allah Ta'ala. But yes, we have also that cut, we have that choice. Okay, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وعن ابن عباس قال رسول صنفان من أمتي ليس لهما في الإسلام نصيب المرجئة والقدرية رواه الترمذي وقال هذا حديث غريب. Interesting hadith. Right now, Ibn Abbas, he said that Rasulullah said, 2 groups from my ummah, there will not be for them a share, Islam, there will not be for them in Islam any share, the Murji'ah and the Qadariyah. روى الترمذي وقال هذا حديث غريب, and Imam Tirmidhi narrates this and he said this is a gharib hadith. So we have been introduced earlier these two deviant sects that Nabi Sallallahu spoke about. So if they are deviant sects, why did Nabi Sallallahu say they are from my ummah? Any answer? Remember I told you one is Ummat Dawah and Ummat Ijabah. Ummat Dawah is those people, everybody to whom the message of Islam is directed. So after the Ba'ath of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his message is directed to everybody. His message is directed to everybody. And those who responded to the message, they are Ummat Ijabah. Like we, inshallah, we are the Muslims, so we are Ummat Ijabah. Those who the message was directed to them, but they did not accept the message, they are Ummat Dawah. So in other words, from the Ummah Dawah, those people who were supposed to be accepting my message, there's two people, but they never really accepted my message. And just because of this facade that they have in them, and we'll explain what is the facade and what is the problem. Even though they claim they are from Ummah Ijabah, because they say they are Muslims, but they are not truly from Ummah Ijabah. They are truly not from Ummah Ijabah. Why they are not from Ummah Ijabah? Because they got these problems which we're going to discuss here, right? So I was telling you, if you say how, why is Nabi explaining to part of his ummah when they are not Muslims? They say they are part of the ummah dawah. Those persons who the message of Nabi is directed towards them, right? And if you look at it, what you're saying, that after Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam has got his prophethood, was maf'ul as a prophet, everybody who from jinn and ins who this message was directed to, they are part of the ummah dawah, and this is still Qiyamah, because there's no Nabi coming, la Nabiya ba'di, right? And those people who accepted, I told you, the Ummah Ijaba, and those people who never accepted the Ummah Dawah. Okay, the first is the Murjia. Are we done this already? Can you remember what was Murjia? Can't remember. Remember the Murjia were those people, and one attribute of them, you have no choice whatsoever. You are majboor completely, and its sins do not harm you in the least, but so that means no matter what you do in this dunya, so long as you got your iman, no matter what sins you commit, it will not negatively affect you in any way. Just like how they say, like how your good deeds, whether you do good deeds or not, you will still go to, so long as you got the iman, whether you do good deeds or bad deeds. The main thing is you must have iman. You will go straight to Jannah. You will go straight to Jannah. So they say it's the two things they say, that you are Jabariya, you have no choice in the matter. You are like a robot, and your amal has of no relevance. Your amal is of no relevance. And these people who make inkar, these people who deny takdir, like I told you, they say you are the master of your own destiny. That's what they call Qadariya. They say that Allah Ta'ala has given insan the ability to make tahriq of his own af'al. They say Allah Ta'ala is khaliq of af'al al-khair, and insan is himself the creator of shar, right? Insan himself, your nafs ammara. Some ulama say that their belief is this, that shar is created by zulmat, and nur is created by light. And there's another hadith also that explains those people that believe that man creates himself his af'al. They are, Nabi Sallallahu referred to them as the Majus of the Ummah. Because remember the Majus, I told you, we discussed this, they believe in two creators. They believe you get a creator of good and a creator of bad. That's why Nabi Sallallahu likened them to the Majusi, because they say that man creates his own bad actions. Whereas we say Allah Ta'ala creates the actions, but man chooses it, remember? They spoke about, they say the Khaliq of Khair was Yazdan, and the Khaliq of Shar was Arham. But whatever it is, these people, they are misguided on account of them not believing that Allah Ta'ala is the creator of everything. Right? So Nabi Sallallahu Laysa lahuma fil Islam even. So we say that Jabariya or the Murji'ah, they are misguided. There's some of our ulama, and I told you, I gave you the reasons. We discussed each in detail, I gave you reasons. Some ulama say they are kafir. Some ulama say they're not as bad as a kafir, but rather they are mubtadi, they are bid'atis, they are fasiks. If we say they are kafir, then I told you we will say it means they are part of the ummah da'wah. And if we say they are not kafir, but they are fasting, they are believers, it will mean they are part of the ummah ijaba. They're part of this ummah, but they're not kafir, but they're from the misguided people, right? If we say they are Muslim, then لَيْسَ لَهُمَا فِي الْإِسْلَامِ نَصِيبٌ. There is not for them in Islam any type of share. They are not true believers. If we say they are believers, right? So Allama Tarapisti also said we won't make open takfir from them because we can't make ta'wil for them. So I was saying, they say here that the Jabur ulama say we won't make takfir of these people, although the aqidah is very, very close. This, to believe that man is the master of his own destiny. And that is the link of this hadith with this chapter, that you have to believe that Allah Ta'ala is in control of everything. Everything, Allah Ta'ala creates everything. Allah Ta'ala creates all the af'al. And these are the groups that do not accept this belief. So if it's not kufr, then it's very, very close to kufr. Okay, so that is the relevance of this hadith. What's the time there? Okay, we'll stop there. So this is the relevance, that if these people have been considered to be out of the ummah because they don't accept the takdir of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they don't accept Allah ta'ala is in control of everything. So either some ulama say they are kafir for denying takdir, and some ulama say they are fasik. So whichever way you look at it, it shows it is a unacceptable, abhorred belief in the religion of Islam. We will stop there.